And we now move on to the next speaker. We will now have the keynote address. The keynote speaker is Dr. Viju Jacob, Executive Chairman, Synthite Industries. And to introduce the keynote speaker, may I now call upon Shri R. Harikrishnan, IRTS Executive Director, KSIDC, onto the desk.
Thank you. Respected dignitaries and esteemed guests, it is my honor to extend a warm welcome to all of you as we gather under the theme Unleashing Kerala's Potential Industry Leaders Talk. It is fitting that we are guided by a doyen in the field of spices whose work embodies the promise of Kerala's industry. Dr. Viju Jacob, Executive Chairman of Synthite Industries. Synthite Industries, founded in 1972, commands approximately 30% of the global oleoresin market, and it exports over 500 plant-derived products to more than 70 countries. It has a workforce of over 3,000 employees, thereby anchoring Kerala's global industrial footprint. With great respect and anticipation, I request Dr. Jacob to share his insights. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all. Thank you for inviting for the BioConnect 3.0. And I represent Synthite Industries Private Limited. I'm the executive chairman, and I can talk about spices and spice innovations. This is a family company basically started by my father, Mr. C.V. Jacob. He went to Expo 70 in Japan in 1970. From there, he picked up this technology of manufacturing spice, oleoresins, and oils. From there, we started our journey. In 1970, you can imagine at that time, we didn't have a mobile phone. We didn't have proper landline phones, no email IDs, nothing. So during that time, we started it. But gradually, we've grown up to a level where we are today. We are basically extracting the spices. At that time, we had only one spice. We started with one spice called pepper, black pepper, and with 10 employees. Today, we have about 2,500 products and 3,000 employees. And that's how we have grown up to this level. And we have factories in Brazil, in China, in Vietnam, and Indonesia. We have factories in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka and Coimbatore. We are into different segments altogether because when you say about spices, a lot of variants are there. Like we are into whole spices, spice powders, seasonings, oleoresins, oils. Recently, we started the fermentation technology also. So today, the greatest thing that's going to happen here is the fermentation technology. The fermentation technology is a high-tech way of making the products with using the bacteria. Because one of my staff, Mr. Shiv Prasad, is here, and at the same time, I would say that those youngsters, we have given them an opportunity to make the fermentation technology in a big way. And we have invested maybe about 100 crores of money for that new project. So we are growing in different directions altogether. There were a lot of startups who were talking about supporting the startups. We are planning to do that, supporting the startups. When somebody was asking about supporting the startups, definitely, if they come with a good project or good statement, what they can do, definitely we'll be able to do that. And earlier days, spices were very much available in Kerala. At the time only, we planned to start spices extraction in Kerala. But today, if you look at the new gen, they are not interested in farming. So that the problem is we don't have sufficient products for extraction. So we have to depend upon other countries, basically, not in India. We have to bring in, for example, black pepper from Vietnam and Indonesia and Sri Lanka. So this is a big struggle is there. So we need to have a next generation to go for farming. It's a very interesting stuff because, people say that because of the global warming, because a lot of agriculture products have been, it's not growing properly, a lot of diseases coming in. Another challenge that we face, second, is high pesticides in the raw material. That's the biggest challenge today we are facing in the industry. What happens is they use a lot of high pesticides into the spices or any products, any agriculture products. That comes, when we do the extraction, it gets concentrated in the product and that will exhibit it in a big way, not in a ppm levels, in more than ppm levels. So there's a big challenge for us in this sector. So what we are doing here is we are adding another extraction process like carbon dioxide extraction to extract the pesticides out from the product. So there's additional cost is been involved in this. There's a lot of challenges like that is coming today in the spice industry because of the I'm not saying about the organic stuff. Organic is always a higher cost when we extract and when we sell to the market. It will be higher cost. Another challenge is the in this industry. Everybody think that we need only some capital to run the organization, but more than capital, we need high working capital because we need to carry high inventories in our stocks because of raw material. Because when the price is low, we need to carry a lot of raw materials and hold it in our stock positions. Because otherwise, we will not be competitive in the market. So working capital is highly essential for this particular industry. And capital, maybe you can spend about 50 crores, you can make a plant, but that's not enough. 50 crores is just only a capital. But long way going, like, we have about more than 50, 60 raw materials to handle, like starting from pepper to cardamom to ginger to turmeric to a lot of products. So today, even there's a big disruption is going in US that they are changing their synthetic colors into natural colors. So we got a lot of natural colors, like we got paprika natural colors, turmeric natural colors, annatto, a lot of colors we have. But the problem is the stability of the product. If somebody can work on the stability of the product, that's a big game changer. And another thing is, like, people are trying to, like, through the fermentation technology, we are planning to bring in natural colors, pure natural colors. So there are a lot of things moving forward. And as a person from Synthite, I would say that, that we came with a lot of challenges because I always tell every day is a challenge. Yes, every day is a challenge. And I always instruct my employees, I always encourage them, that I always tell them that we need daily innovation. Then they always ask me, sir, what is daily innovation? So daily innovation is not in the R&D or not in the on the production side, because you need daily innovation in marketing, in HR, in R&D, in QC, in every part of the industry. You need to have that innovation mind. Without the innovation mind, I can tell you something. In 1999, Synthite had only 3 crores business in India. I'm talking about only in India because we had export worth about 300 crores at that time. It was a big challenging to get into India. So one of the board meetings, and I said, let me look into the business in India. So I got into the business in India, and from 3 crores today is 1,700 crores. So there is a potential in India itself. So it is not export alone. India is a huge market, huge market. A lot of people can tap into this market, not in spices alone, in all the products that I'm saying, because right now Trump has come with a tariff, but I'm telling you that's an eye-opener for India, so that you can be self-sufficient states, and as India, you can become a self-sufficient country, basically. So there are a lot of opportunities in front of us. We are into wind energy, we are into solar energies, we are diversified into hospitality, we are diversified into a lot of other areas like chocolate, manufacturing chocolates, even supplements we are manufacturing. We are growing in supplements. We started about 6 years back, because since most of the supplements are carried with the spices, because pepper, we need pepper and turmeric for the high immunity levels. And recently we have launched, not recently, about 2 years back, we launched a product for the diabetic, like for ginseng, Gymnema D, which prevents, which controls your diabetic. So today it's a hot selling product. So one product is enough to make a company grow in a big way. On the other side, what Synthite today is a global company, and we have marketing offices in US and Europe, in Netherlands and in Germany. So what we have what I have seen in my career in last 43 years with Synthite, it was a great innovation was happening on daily basis because we knew only the normal extractions like solvent extractions or the distillations, but we have changed our system into recently means about 3 years back, we have made a robotic plant which the robot works for a blending system. So we give 4 products into the vessel. The robot will go and if you give the recipe to the robot will do the entire work. In that particular plant, about 20 people are working there. When this robot came in, there's only 1 robot is working and 2 people were giving the recipes. That's all. So we could eliminate about 20 people because of this robot. The technology has to be changed. Technology has to be is the next is technology, and you should have high innovation sector, and you should focus on what is the growth of this state or growth of this country, and you should give new products because today if you look at the food segment, since I'm there from the food segment is growing in a big way, and supplements, the lack of understanding for the product in India, people are not buying it that much. But if you look at US supplement business is about $150 billion US. So where are we? We are nowhere because the awareness of the usage of supplements is very less not in Kerala, in all over India. So if you can improve that levels and create a platform that we can give good products, not as usually supplements, people manipulate the product, but you should never manipulate your product because Synthite, what we do is quality is we are very particular about the quality of the product because we don't want to adulterate our product. Because we specify the content in a capsule, we specify everything that we do, and all the products have been standardized through the FDA standards and EU standards. So we don't go back and see, because we have a brand called Kitchen Treasures. I think most of the people would know about this brand. It's in the market, in Kerala market. We do our spices, powders, whole spices, everything. But we don't manipulate anything because we are very sure that we make only quality products. That's very important for any manufacturer or any producer who is sitting here or who wants to invest in anything. Please make sure that your quality should be very important for your business as well as for the public who buys it. It should not be duplicated or do a wrong product into the market for the competition. So most of the people, what they do is, what we are doing is when we make the supplements, we extract them and we make sure that the capsule contains correct dosage of the product. For example, curcumin contains 95% curcumin. Or any product that we manufacture. We have recently manufactured for the prostate, a product for the prostate. So we are very sure that that product contains such and such elements in that product. Others, what they do is they just grind and put it in the capsule and send it into the market. That's not the way of doing it, actually. You should really understand the product, how you are going to manufacture, and what are you going to do in the future, and how should you grow your product way forward. And there are a lot of opportunities for all these products are there today available in the market because, as I said, like India has not grown to that level. Because I still remember in 1999 when I was taking spice oils and oleoresins to Nestle, Unilever, and Pepsi, they did not understand me very well initially. But later on, they called me. All the CEOs are very close with me, so they called me and said, "Why didn't you take a class for the R&D or a QC team?" So I had to take several classes for them. Finally, today we are one of the best suppliers for them. So unless and until you do or dedicate yourself to make sure that your product has been approved by another company or your buyer, you should sit with them, make them understand of the usage of the product. And when we go through the whole procedure, I even used to take noodles and bring the noodles in front of Nestle, and we used to cook. I used to take my chef also along with me and use the cooking there and make Nestle understand what are the new flavors that we can bring into the market, new thoughts that we can bring into the market. A lot of exercise has to be done. It is not sitting in a chair in the office doesn't work out to make you an entrepreneur or a businessman. So you have to really work hard for whatever you want to get. And today, Synthite is doing a backward integration with the farmers in different states. Like we are giving finance to the farmers, supporting the farmers to grow pesticide-free raw materials so that people can eat pesticide-free products. So that's the reason we are doing a lot of R&D work in different products. And in 1999, I came across a product called Marigold Extract, which is going for the chicken feed. And after that, again, we extracted, we get a product called lutein. That's for the degeneration of your eyes. So chicken feed, when it goes to chicken feed, what happens is the chicken yolk get dark orange color. So we had a great export to US and Europe, and still we are manufacturing Marigold Extract. The quantity of flowers that we required at that time was about 45,000 metric tons of flowers. So it's not a small quantity of flowers that we want. We had a big quantity of flowers. Like that, we are into perfumery. We are in a Coimbatore factory. We are manufacturing jasmine, tuberose, and mimose, all these flower extracts for the perfumery industry. So we are into different lines of industries. So I can tell you that the founder, Mr. C.V. Jacob, my father, when he started it, he did not have this big vision, but he had a big thought and energy to start the company. That was the great thing that made me to stand here in front of you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Viju Jacob. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now call upon Shri R. Harikrishnan, IRTS Executive Director, KSIDC, to kindly come over and present a memento as a token of our appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Viju Jacob, Executive Chairman, Synthite Industries.